Omar Milan. I retired out of the Marine Corps as a sergeant. I served at 2nd EOD Company at Camp Lejeune, North Carolina. I deployed to Afghanistan, the Helmand province. I was injured on January 9th, 2012. Below the knee amputation of my right leg. I had severe tissue damage to the back of my left leg. My right arm, I have a lot of tissue damage to the elbow area and was fractured in 4 places. My left hand, I lost the index finger on it and actually resulted in the loss of use of my left hand. It was something I wanted to do ever since I was a little kid. The commercials that would come on, you see these guys and they're dressed blues and they're, popping out of the water and wearing all their cool guy gear and stuff. And I'm like, that's something I'd like to do. It was January 9th of 2012. We were in a convoy heading out to do a battle damage assessment. I located an IED and proceeded to work on that. We have little drop charges to dispose of the homemade explosives that they use. And I was walking back to my safe area when everything went brown, and I just felt this tremendous pressure that just pushed me up into the air. And I landed and everything was quiet, just like you see in the movies. And then everything comes rushing back. And I realized that I stepped on an IED. And I just remember they put me on the bird and flying there. And then the last thing I remember was they rolled me through the tent, and then like 8 different people were surrounding me and like calling off what the injuries were, and as they were putting the mask on my face to actually knock me out so they could do, surgery. And then they flew me to Germany. I took a turn for the worse. They finally called my wife and my daughters, and mom and dad and my sister. My lungs were filled with fluid. I was on a breathing machine. My kidneys had stopped working. Just all my organs were shutting down. My brain started to swell. For some reason, after 2 days of them being there, I just completely turned around. I don't know if it was them talking to me but I didn't know what was going on. I was completely out of it. We bought a home when we moved to Carolina in 2008. So the doorways to the bathrooms were too narrow for my wheelchair to fit in. So I would transfer from my wheelchair into a computer chair with wheels, and then I'd roll in there, and then my wife would have to hold the chair for me to transfer into the bathtub so I can shower. And this was an everyday thing. Kitchen was just too small. It was, there's barely enough room for me, and then, I'm trying to help her out, with dinner or lunch or, school lunches for the girls. And I'm always getting on the girls because they're leaving their toys out and I can't wheel around. What I'm looking for is independence, being able to do everything a normal person would be able to do, but in my wheelchair. Being able to get around, getting into the bathroom, getting into the rooms, helping clean up, because I watch my wife and she does most of the house chores and stuff, and sometimes I can't help her out, the way I used to. Well, I'm thankful for Home Serve Troops for being able to create, a better life for not just myself, but for my family.